So in Excel, what I've done is taken the data that was in the problem and put them into columns here. So my small cars are in the first column, medium cars, and then large cars. Now if you're using Excel to run an analysis of variance, you first need to make sure that you have the analysis toolpack add-in installed. So I'm going to run through that really quick. And keep in mind, this is Excel 2013. If you're using a different version of Excel, your instructions might be different. If you can't figure out how to install this add-in pack, let me know and I'll give you an Excel file that will help calculate the analysis of variance, test statistic, and p-values and critical values. So you want to come up to the File menu, go down to Options, and then in the add-ins, open that. You want to go to where it says Excel add-ins, what you want to manage. Make sure that you have checked the Analysis Tool Pack. Once you do, then click on the Data tab, and you should see a Data Analysis button. So open that up and scroll all the way to the top. You should see ANOVA, which stands for Analysis of Variance, Single Factor, which is what we're calling one way, meaning there's one variable. And what we want to do in this input range is select all the data. Now if you select the first row, small, medium, large, you don't want Excel to use those in calculations, so make sure that you've checked this checkbox labels in first row. Now for the output range, you can pick any cell you want that's not part of your data for Excel to put your results from your analysis of variance. But once you do that, clicking OK, we get a nice summary of our analysis of variance. And just a quick summary of what it calculated. First of all, it counted up the number of observations in each category. So there were 10 observations in the small, 10 in the medium, and 10 in the large. Added them all up, found the averages of each and the variance of each. Now the key things we need to look at are the F column down here, which is our test statistic that we're concerned with, either the p-value or the critical value. So we could either compare our F test statistic to our critical value, in which case we see that our test statistic is not further to the right than our critical value, or we could look at our p-value and notice that it is not less than 0.05, our significance level. In either case, in this example, we're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis, which means we're going to fail to reject the idea that all the means are equal. So if you're curious, what's going on here is we're taking the, rather in this cell, we're taking the averages and finding the variance of those averages and then multiplying them by the number of observations we have to get 6307. In this second, what we're calling the within group source of variation, we're taking our variance column up here from each of our different categories and finding the average of those variances. So in other words, you've got the variance of your averages versus the average of your variances. You divide them and get 0.39 for your test statistic. And from there you can get a p-value or critical value from an F test statistic. Right. That is how you conduct an analysis of variance with Excel. So try this on the homework and see if you can't run this fairly straightforward. The main difficulty is going to be inputting your data here and rerunning that analysis of variance.